Hey guys, it's Nicole here, and I know I haven't posted a video in quite a while. I know it's been like about a year, but I thought today I would post a video, and I'm going to do a review of The Book Thief. This is by far one of my favorite books. I read a lot, so I kind of have a lot of favorite books. But this one in particular really had an effect on me, because when I read it and I read the ending, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys yet, because that is just really annoying. So when I read the ending, I was actually in the Dominican Republic, and I was crying so hard. This is a sad book, but it has like really nice parts to it. I thought it was beautifully written. I love Marcus Zusak, the author of this book, and so it is set in 1939 in Nazi Germany, and it's during World War II, and it's in the perspective of, so death is kind of like a person in this book. I think it's sort of like a reaper, but it symbolizes death, and it follows Lizelle, who's the main character. It follows her around everywhere, and what I thought was interesting was that Lizelle was like a kid. She wasn't like a teenager or something. She was like an adolescent. She wasn't like 16, or she wasn't older. But the book it's really mature, I would say, because there's a lot of like themes and really important thoughts that are in this book that I thought are like, they're relevant to real life. Well, all books are, but you know what I mean. So I'll read the blurb to you guys if you want. So it is 1939 Nazi Germany. The country is holding its breath. Death has never been busier, but will become busier still. By her brother's graveside, Lizelle Meminger finds her life changed when she picks up a single object, partially hidden in the snow. It is the Gravedigger's Handbook. Left there by accident, and it is her first act of book thievery. So begins a love affair with books and words, as Lizelle, with the help of her accordion-playing foster father, learns to read. Soon she is stealing books from Nazi book burnings, the mayor's wife's library, wherever there are books to be found. But these are dangerous times. When Lizelle's foster family hides a Jewish man in their basement, Lizelle's world is both opened up and closed down. So I personally like World War II books because I find them so fascinating. Another one that is about World War II is called Number of the Stars. I read it when I was really little, but I really love this book. I feel like that's why I love this book so much, because I really like that one too. This book is really interesting because there are little sections in between. I'll show you one of the sections. So it has there's things like this in the book, because basically Lizelle is friends with the Jewish man, and his name is Max, and so they draw things, and they write a lot. So that's also what I thought was interesting. And there are like excerpts from books, from the books that she steals in here. There are there's different things about it. And so Death, or this Reaper, follows around Lizelle, and he's not really supposed to do that. It tells you this in the beginning. So, here's an excerpt from, so there's like things like this, and it it's like in different parts of the book, but I thought this was like a really cool setup of how the book was made. So, okay, now I'm gonna read you guys an excerpt of this book when Lizelle is not first stealing a book, but this is her second theft. She is stealing from a book burning. So I'm going to read you this part, and we'll see how it goes. Okay.
The book felt cool enough now to slip inside her uniform. At first, it was nice and warm against her chest. As she began walking, though, it began to heat up. By the time she made it back to Papa and Wolfgang Edel, the book was starting to burn her. It seemed to be igniting. Both men looked at her. She smiled. Immediately, when the smile shrank from her lips, she could feel something else, or more to point, someone else. There was no mistaking the watched feeling. It was all over her, and it was confirmed when she dared to face the shadows over at the town hall. To the side of the collection of silhouettes, another one stood, a few meters removed, and Lizelle realized two things. A few small pieces of recognition. The shadow's identity and the fact that it had seen everything. The shadow's hands were in its coat pockets. It had fluffy hair. It had a face. The expression on it would have been one of injury. God fordumped, Lizelle said, only loud enough for herself. God damn it. Are we ready to go? In the previous moments of stupendous danger, Papa had said goodbye to Wolfgang Edel and was ready to accompany Lizelle home. Ready, she answered. They began to leave the scene of the crime. The book was well and truly burning her now. The shoulder shrug had applied itself to her rib cage. As they walked past the precious town hall shadows, the book thief winced. What's wrong? Papa asked. Nothing. Quite a few things, however, were most definitely wrong. Smoke was rising out of Lizelle's collar. A necklace of sweat had formed around her throat. Beneath her shirt, a book was eating her up.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this excerpt of The Book Thief and my overall review on it. As I said before, this is one of my favorite books, and I highly recommend that you check it out because it's amazing. So thank you guys for watching. Currently, me and my brother are working on making a shop online. So I have a lot of books. So I'm going to be selling them and possibly other things. I will let you guys know. So I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. Bye!